Welcome back to the campfire. Today we're going to be playing some more Aska. So sit back, relax, like, comment, subscribe, and let's get back into this. So we've gotten the workshop done and tier 2. And I'm going to be starting to work on the weaver and the leather worker because the two rely on each other quite a bit. We have enough Jotun blood to start summoning another villager. Which, if we, if we get a villager and set them as a crafter, let's see what the next villager is going to be good at. Because if they're not a village or a crafter, so this one's a miner, no matter what we do. Stone mining. And they eat more. Sunrise village. So they're both the same. Let's go with Torbjorn. I guess. I like his name more, and at least for what we can see, they're exactly the same. So we'll work on that. But with these two, we can do armor crafting in the same station, which is handy. That, and they're both fairly resource intensive to build, but we can do first and second tier armor, and I think even some tier 3 or low tier 3, which will be needed for by the time we hit winter. Granted, it's barely summer at this point. We're just starting summer. Next big thing is, like I said, just adding villagers and kind of fleshing out the village. We will need a second workshop where we can do the metalworks and the carpentry. And we also need to build up a tavern. What do you need? Gatherer's hut. So we need the tier 2 of the, and we can start getting fish. From there, we do need to get a coal maker, the bloomery, because those will make metal, iron, and then later steel. What are you? Basically chickens. Got it. Or dodos, from the look of it. This is a rabbit pen. Okay, but we can't do that until carpentry at minimum. Our big thing is probably going to be farming and or fishing, and then the cooking hut. Because the cooking hut is what we need to make food. So we'll go here either which way, no matter what, for food. We need to start getting that built up. So we'll have 2 villagers starting to cook, or starting to build, I should say. And we need to gather more to get more villagers, no matter what we do. But from there, it'll be just starting to expand and trying to expand rapidly, really, without getting so big that food becomes a problem. All right, we've got our new guy, and we can already start putting in for another 2 dudes, actually. All right, so where are you? Stonebreaker and Blossom Tender, so you could be a decent farmer. And you have Iron Stomach, Extreme Hunger without, and then also good in winter. I'm going to go with the Stonebreaker, because we definitely need more of that. Do we need to get more wood gathering going? Probably. Honestly. So let's see here. Who is not assigned? And alright. Both of these would suck. Got it. She'd be a decent farmer, and he'd be a decent miner. Let's assign Greta first to this and get her a decent axe. That's Bjornsson. He's already got the better axe. I just need Torbjorn. Where's Greta? Greta's here in front of me. Alright. Greta, come here. I'm gonna give you the large axe I had. That way we don't have to worry about that. I just need some meat. No, I don't. Why am I grabbing food? I don't need food right now. I'm actually doing rather good on it. With that, here's the other things we need to get going. We need a tavern, which is going to take up a huge block of land. Alright, do we need it? I mean, yes, we need it. But at the moment, no. We need a fisherman's hut. That's going to be from the gatherer's hut. We need... must be placed. Allows you to go inside and explore. Raw iron and crawler sacks. Basically, same difference. This we need... and we need that the cooking hut more than anything at the moment. We'll get that in a moment, in a short bit. This is... what does this need yet? Ropes. Needs 5 ropes. So let's go gather a bunch of flax, unless she's already done that. It's got vegetables. This has no fiber. Tons of eggs, though. Another reason we need the cooking hut. Let's make decent use of all those eggs. So I'm just going to spend the time gathering a bunch of flax and making a ton of rope. Got it. Alright, well, we got 30 ropes. What else does she have? She is definitely a planter. Does not have a problem with weather. Good. Okay, so she'd be a better farmer no matter what we do. Oh wow, that takes a lot of rope. Both of these do. Alright, I'll stash some rope in there. We did make 30, but let's get the gatherer's hut roped up first. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and put what we can into the leather worker. That is all that it was needed. Okay. Then we'll push forward on the gathering hut, because that will unlock the next couple buildings we really need. So we need 3 logs. There's no logs in there. I don't have the hatchet or the axe anymore for it. You guys are really not helping things here. Just need one more. What do you need? Not finding log, rope, bark, stick. Yeah. I'm aware. You're also homeless, so we need to fix that at some point. What can I do to fix my... we need logs. It's the biggest thing. And they're not working on it. Can I make this? No. I mean, yeah, definitely not. No, I can't. But I'm going to go start the next person coming in so that we can get another builder going on, because we will need it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Which of these helps? Stout Constitution, Steadfast Resolve. Yeah, you are the better of the two, because the one gets a benefit during thunderstorms, but thunderstorms aren't super common except for during summer. So 1/4 of the year they're more useful than not. Don't get me wrong, I'd take it if I had to, but let's drop everything we can. Grab some berries for food. And look for sticks. I'm going to make ourselves another big axe. Alright, we got Thurid, who is actually rather decent, all things considered. Not... should be a decent farmer. Again, keep ending up with those, and I'm not happy about it. You don't need 30 farmers. Whatever. Can always put them on other things and they'll level up that way. It's just frustrating. Let's see. We'll go ahead and build a few more shelters because we need them. So we need 3 more shelters made. Then eventually we'll start replacing them with cottages once we get there. Oh, Eye of Odin, there we go. Start searching for the next new blood we need. Summon. Alright, you are definitely not an axe person. Yeah, feeble logger. Lack physical strength for it, but they have an iron stomach. And this person, daylight devotion. I improve my physical or spiritual practices in the light of day, and they are great at running. Okay, well, hopefully that one. We did it. The terrain is now prepared. Good. Alright, so they're gonna get working on that. What does this need? Bark and log. This needs bark, log, and long stick. So we're gonna just keep chopping down. And I mean, realistically, with those 3 builders not having a shelter, they will just work until we have a shelter for them. Then they'll go to bed. So all I have to do is keep chopping trees and let them ferry and build all the materials. Or build the buildings. That'll work out in the short term, and then we can get to the next 2 buildings that need to be built, which is the cooking hut and the fishing hut. We assign somebody to do those. Which one of the people that we brought here, I want to say during the last episode, was like a decent fisherman, at least during summer. So that might be useful as well, just to have that fisherman go. Yes, we could put in a farmer too, but farming is rather intensive and kind of a long-term gig. That would be the next food thing I want to put together. Not necessarily the most immediate. But yes, fishing will be first, then farming. For as far as food production goes. Then we want to do the coal, the bloomery, and the mine. What happened to the other logs? Thought we had chopped down more log. Maybe not. But hey. I guess we gotta do more. Alright, well, this guy's a miner as well, and a winter hunter. Fair enough. We need to get more food going. I mean, the gatherer's hut has a whole bunch. So we're not sitting badly there either. We just need a lot more trees cut down. Alright. Just as what we're going to do in the long term, I'm going to set that back there. That's where we'll do the line of houses. Actual houses. Advanced production. Set the cooking hut to be... this side of the rock. No, not from that though. Put it near the gatherer's hut. So up here. And then we need a fishing hut. We also need a hunter. Let's do the hunting hut first. We'll put it back over here. And then we'll also build a fisher's hut. Whichever one I populate is going to be a different question, but... We can do the fishers. Well, but that's the thing is like the hunter hut has so much more utility for production. Because yes, they hunt, but they get meat, but they also get leather and leather scraps. Whereas fish gets fish. So that's not a bad thing. We can always make use of both. So I'm going to set both up to produce. And do we have enough Jotun's blood? No, we do not. Not for another person. But it'll work out for the moment being. We're going to get these started working on. Alright, we have the leather worker and the weaver hut, which unlocks the first stages of armor and some of the better ranged weapons. Also gives us the heavy club. Heavy club would be useful, though it's two-handed. Gives us a water container that is bigger than our current sippy cup. Might actually make ourselves one of those at some point. But here we go. So the better bow, 3 to 6 damage versus 1 to 3. We also unlock all these linen pants and everything, which is our first armors. Some of this is just good for resisting the cold. The tier 2 is good for actual armor capabilities. Tier 3 is better for armor. The thing that bugs me is it asks for cured pelts. We can't make that until tier 2 improved leatherworking. So like, why? We can make leather hide. We can make linen. Those are big improvements compared to where we were. Next, if we can make... Alright, we need to get the cooking hut done more than anything. But having this available will also help with getting armor made for everybody. So we can unlock that. We have fiber here. Why did I... Here, I just gotta do it this way. Yeah, be smart. Let's make a bunch of rope. 2, 3, 30, 20, so 25, 30, and we can make up to 35? No, 33. 33 ropes, that'll get us going. And then let's just continue to help out chopping wood, because clearly the 2 woodcutters are not doing it fast enough at the moment. Alright, did we hire anybody who has good cooking skills? No. Who is good at what? You're good at mining, not much else. You're good at mining and farming. You're good at farming. So let's take the one that's only good at mining. No. Hold on. Hold up. What are you good at? Animal hide removal. Well, we'll put you on the hunter. Alright, let's put you in the cooking station. That'll be better than nothing. Hunter's shelter is not completed. Can't really do anything there yet. We can get the logs cut down for it. Though our large axe is about to break. So we'll have to make one of those too. Alright, I'm going to assign him to start making things. Because we need a crafter going. Yeah. Like 10 ropes at a time. We can do this, turn bark into fiber. We'll hold off on that. Hold on. Delete that task. Delete task. Okay, add task. Do the 5 times rope. Do the stone blades. do linen. Make your own fiber, why not? Then we need these. We need these. Make wood hammers. Make this. And then I'm gonna also have you work on making basic armor. Because we're gonna need it. If you can make it, make it. If you can't, don't. That kind of thing. Okay, we already had that in there. Flimsy wooden, or, yeah, linen. Sure, if you can make it. But otherwise, make bows. Make those. We're gonna need those to come up. Create those if you can. And there we go. That will get him started. What does he need? If he needs anything. Come on, whatever. You clearly don't need anything. That will get tools going, that will get basic materials going as well. And that works out for us. I'm gonna end up switching him to hunting because he's so high level and we can stack somebody else into crafting. But for now, having him on crafting will make things go by faster. And that'll help get tools placed and everything else. Well, we can already replace where our crafter was, so I'm gonna have to figure out who else can go here. Decent crafter, or just isn't good at anything else. Yeah, that'd be that guy. He's our crafter, but I will put this guy on crafting. And that's fine. So our next stage, the next big thing to work on is this. We just need one more rope, which I can do, and then some logs. That's not going to make logs. I can't get logs from those. That's hardwood. Which, don't get me wrong, birch as hardwood makes no sense. Birch is a rather soft wood. You can peel it with your nails. It's a fine wood, very springy, very useful, but it's not a hard wood by any stretch. Alright, we have the cottage. So well, almost have the cottage done. Why is the door separate? I don't understand. Whatever. We're almost done. Okay. So we got this there. Now we've got it done. And this guy can be assigned to it, so he can stop being tired all the time. Here's the fun thing. So now we can add... If I remember right, we can make more furniture and we can add thatched beds to these places. So we can add one there, 2, 3, 4. So that makes a total of 6 beds in these places. So we can put most of the village in there, into one. And we can add a second one and put the other half of the village into it afterwards. For right now, we can just move most people into there once they're all ready to go. Alright, so that fixes that problem. We do need a worker here. No, we've already got a worker here. How much have they actually been cooking is the real question. Have you been cooking at all? Maybe. They don't seem to have been cooking anything. Do you need me to start your fire for you? What's going on here? Okay, seriously, what do you need to start doing your job? Well, you've got the water pouch, you've got food on you, and you don't seem to have any problems, but you're not cooking. Yeah. Okay, so I can set up what they're allowed to make. So create that. Make berries jam, I guess. And then when she's done for the night, I'm gonna start researching recipes, I think. Alright, while everybody else is building the coal maker, I'm gonna start focusing on gathering a bunch of reeds and thatch. But I need to get my inventory emptied out first. Probably a good idea. What do I have you doing? Yeah, we need to start... Oh, 5 is about... Okay. The lowest I can have you make. Which is fine, for the moment being. Can I just... Okay, I can get rid of my sticks that way. Easily enough. And then... Deposit. Anything else I can just deposit here? Alright, yep, I can get rid of those. Does that clear out a good chunk of my inventory? I'm gonna drop these on the ground. Somebody else pick them up. How do I move? There we go. I really don't have a whole lot of arrows left, do I? Guess it's not a big deal. Not like we're using them a whole lot at the moment. So now off to gathering thatch so that I can get those beds finished and move everybody into the one cottage. Or as many people into the one cottage. And we'll start a second one at some point here, but it'll have to happen before winter. Got other things we need to get done. Well, blood moon rises, so let's go take care of that problem. There they are. Oh, I am not confident in our abilities here. Against Skelly Boy. Oh. Especially since we don't have a great weapon and we're high stamina. Oh. Ow. Oh, that one hurt. How did they... Okay, there they are. Oh boy. Alright, we avoided being hit, at least. There's got to be at least one more then. I don't hear it. Go ahead and start harvesting while we're waiting for them to make their move. Nothing useful. Where else? Here we go. It's like, where... stone knife broke. Can I make another one? Just off of what we got? Yes. Okay. I hear one fighting. Maybe I should check on the base. But we got other things that we need to check out here. Hear it. There it is. Oh! That's a no bueno. Gonna have to deal with this guy. Could use help against it though. Don't know if our other guys are gonna help though. Oh, and it blocked. we're already in danger. Here we go. Oh, and there's more coming. And the club broke. Shoot. Well, let's use the axe. Come on. Oh, this is going to be fun. I should have made more weapons. And that axe is not helping me against the shield user. But the axe is working great against these guys. I'll give it that. As long as I don't overextend my reach, we're okay. And that guy can block all day long. Ah! Low stamina, that's always going to get me. And he blocked again. Alright, well when he's blocking, just try to circle around to the back or break his shield. And then completely whiff the attack. There we go. It's not ideal, but we'll win. Slowly but surely. And one more. There we go. And that is victory. That was not an ideal situation by any stretch. Does this need a repair? I mean, yes, but I don't know how to repair it. You can always just upgrade to level 2. But hey. From there, I suppose it's just start harvesting and continue finishing buildings. Alright, it's a bright, shining day in the world. We have a few more things built. I got the second cottage done, so we now house everybody in there, in those two. These are the same. We have the warehouse beginning, so that we can get things kind of moved around and stored up properly. Tavern's done. Second workshop is finished, along with the metal workshop on it, so that we can move tool production and whatnot to here. We need to start working on the carpenter. How and where? Okay, that'll work. So that'll be done. We can get that put together. The mine is done. The bloomery is done. The coal maker is done. Just a whole bunch of things I've had set up in the background here. We've already gotten some coal made. I've brought some iron back down. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because we also have one piece of metal scrap. So this is the fun part with this. I absolutely... I hated it at first, when I first tried this. Now I'm not sure I hate it, though I don't exactly particularly like it. 2, 3... You gotta get the billows pumping yourself all the way up to the right temp before it'll even start. And then it'll start smelting, but if you fail to keep it in this line for the most part, it will turn it into useless slag. I love that. So we got 1. And generally you can do about 5 ore at a go, and just fill the rest of the tier 1 bloomery up with coal. You can get 5 done at a time. And then you gotta set the same thing up if you ever put a villager on this. The proper loadouts or ratios so that they're making it correctly. I'm going to worry more about getting food production going more steadily before I start adding villagers just for making metal tools. So then you can stop off of that. And now you got to come over here and start beating this with a hammer. And our hammer's going to break before we're even done with this. Oh, it's fair. It's fair. We just need to create a new hammer and get it back up in here fast enough. Don't know why this guy is running in on. Can you get out of my way? Thank you. And then you gotta hit this a whole bunch of times. Never seems to be consistent on how many times you gotta hit it or how much damage it takes to finish. There we go, and you have to do it to all 6 sides. All 6. But once we can get enough people running around, we can start doing this with, we can have NPCs doing this, the coal, making the tools. We don't have to worry about this at all. Though, I kind of find like there's not a whole lot to do in the game other than this. After a while. Except for preparing to go fight bosses. And dealing with invasions. At least that's the way it looks. Once we can get to boats, we can start exploring around and see if there's more to it than that. But yeah. Not my favorite version of blacksmithing, but also one of the more realistic ones, I suppose. So now it's just grab all these. We can take them down to the carpentry bench, or the metalworking bench. We need to grab coal. I gotta remember, we gotta grab coal. Absolutely need that. Oh. I forgot I got that all filled up and started for a second run of it. Just because. Yes, dude. I don't know why you insist on walking through me. Let's take a bunch of coal and put it down at the metalwork, because we're gonna need it there. Oh, no, I didn't want to do that. Why do I consistently hit buttons? 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then we can put all the coal in here. You have to do things this way. Also not my favorite, but I will point out what we're going to make first. So we need the small iron axe head. We need a 2 knife blades as well. That's going to cost 3. That's going to cost 4. Because I want to get a knife blade for ourselves, but the axe head's going to be the more important one first. So you have to light this to get that hot. And you have to wait for those to heat up. Again, all this makes sense. I'm not complaining. It actually makes perfect sense. This is exactly how you would do it. You would heat up the metal after you've processed it. You would prepare things, and here we go. So now we can start working on this. And you just whack it until it clicks, then you turn it again, then you keep going. And then after that, you send it to the quenching bench. We need first to turn this off, not waste fuel. Alright. What does the builder have a problem with? Can't find any rope, hardwood, longs. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I need the metal axe. I need water. And all of our water sources are way up here. Yes, I know you two. Are either of you good at blacksmithing? It's actually a question I should ask. No, don't get sidetracked. I need to go get water. Not going to find any there. We will find it here. So Fill up our water satchel. I should have done that first. Drink some water. Alright. We can go back and cool off our metal. We got that. Then you can bring it over to the workbench, and then you can make the tool, which we need a stick. Yes, yes. I know you. I know what you're looking for. All right. And I'm gonna make first an axe for one of the woodworkers, and we're gonna set them to focus primarily on hardwood. Stonecutter wood. Here we go. View tasks. Come on. Let me do the thing. Okay. So Torbjorn, where are you? You're Hilda, Kejdi, Torbjorn. Oh, come on. Yeah, he keeps trying to go for wisps for some reason. Alright, dude. Not what I want to do. Why does it keep doing that to me? Alright. Trade. I'm going to give you the metal axe. Don't make me regret it. And then we just go back and make more metal tools, so that they can get the materials needed for the carpenter. And that'll help us by letting us upgrade everything to tier 2, if not 3. Gotta love it. Alright, so 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this kind of comes into, do I want to just make one of the new guys work here? Do we have anybody that can work here? Nobody who's good at it. So we got 3 builders. 2 that are good for other things. I'm just going to make him the builder. Or make him do that. I'm also going to go add him to a structure. Him or her. I don't care which. They're all genderless here. Hilda. So probably her. I mean, I'm not going to judge if it's not her. Let them live their best life. Why do they all... Ah, we need a lot of rope made. Got it. I should probably do some mining here before too long, too. And we need to get some of that. We do have one guy who's a good farmer. And like I've said to myself a dozen times, we're going to need to get a farm going. Okay, not impossible. But where to put this? There's not really a whole lot of good farming plots or spaces. I did build the fisher hut, so I should probably work on that too. Down here, we'll put up a farm. There we go. Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and mine some more iron, because we will need more of it. Won't get necessarily a steady supply, but we can keep that guy flowing. Oh, I forgot to set the task. I'm an idiot. He'll finish this run first. I mean, they've almost always been pretty good at that. I need bows to work. Well, you know what? You can take my bow. I don't really use it. And you need arrows, I'm sure, too. So we're gonna go mine, let the builders do the building. We'll get some metal, and then when that run of iron is ready, we just go ahead and take care of making the thing. I don't have a pickaxe. Wow. Huh, they got the carpenter almost done, just they didn't put it in place. Now we still need tools and whatnot to make that work out, but who's the guy that we had on the workshop? Because that's going to be one thing we want to do. Where's the worker that was workshop? He's huntsman. Workshop 2. Here we go. Gonna assign you here. We're gonna add new tasks. You're gonna make some rope. Let's make it a 5er. You're gonna make stone knives. I don't want to do that, but we will set you up doing this, making these things. But you're also going to make these basic tools. Pickaxe, sure. Here's going to be the fun part, is going over to carpentry. I will add the carpenter stuff to it. In 1s and 2s. Or maybe back. Yeah. 2, 2. Make this 4. And 4. Come on. There. Basically just make one of each tool and we'll be good there. Go back to the other workbench. Oh, once we assign workers there, we can adjust that one then. Won't deal with it right this second then. We can start hiring one more person. I did add all the rope for these, didn't I? I could just go ahead and pound these out, get them done. And then we've got extra storage basically for everything. And that way things keep flowing better. We would have to assign somebody here, I think, for it to work properly. But maybe the workers themselves will just start moving and hauling stuff. Don't really want to do this at the moment, but we'll make it work. Firewood storage, yes. Done. Oh, not quite done. And the raw food silo, obvious reasons. So that things from the gatherer's hut can be stored and they're not sitting waiting on all that. I'm going to take both of those because we need to eat. Oh, we need to eat a lot more than that. Give us one of the tier 3s. There we go. Come up here to start that up. Alright, so who is what? Storm Rider unease. I'm weather sensitive and have reduced during heavy rain. Wind Rider. I'm a seasoned traveler of the open plains, coastal areas, honing my skills to endure fiercest winds. So you can't do storms, but you can do the other. Yeah. There are some things where it's just like, why? I don't know if I would take that. Oh, come on. I have a pickaxe. There we go. Now we can get back to mining this wall. And the fun part with these mines is it also gives you free meat. Come on. There we go. Oh, there's a few of these. Oh. Is that everybody? Crawler spawn. And they do respawn occasionally. So you have to kind of watch out for that. But once you're in here, it's basically, I mean, these things all respawn consistently. You get a lot of free meat, about 3 per. And then you can keep digging deeper. You can also just mine the iron deposits, but they don't respawn. Where's the spot? Here we go. You can deposit a torch. Gives you another one of these. Another wall that you can just break down, get more iron out of as need be. We can also probably think about just moving one of our stone miners here, now that I think about it, or stone cutters. Manage workers. Who's on a stone cutter? One. Just the one? Yeah, works for me. Because they gather all the same things plus iron ore. So who... Where's the miner? Where is he, she, they? I don't know. He, she, they, it. Ah, they were already out and about in the field behind me. That makes sense. So I'm going to go give them the one tool that they will not mine without. A torch. I'm going to give them 2 of them so I don't have to think about it for 5 minutes. Okay. Back to work. So we got mining taken care of. The farm is being built. We've got meat to hand over. I mean, this still has a fair amount of food in it. So we're not really worried about that. Plenty of seeds. Flax seeds are probably going to be the first thing the farm plants down, along with onion. What does the farm need to finish building? Probably everything? No, large rock, and we can get all that right here. Thankfully, we didn't give up our pickaxe. And there we go. Just long sticks left. So we'll go help transport that. So we've got 2 builders. Each one's doing 1. Leaves a 3rd for us. Let's grab that. Don't really need a whole lot of these at the moment. After this structure is done. Oh, it's kind of nice to get things done, though. Come on, you 2. Hurry it up. You're so slow. Compared. Okay. That must be the carpenter. Unless he's doing something else with that log that I don't understand. There we go. Farm can be done. Alright, so... we can start a farm crop. That rock's going to be in the way. That requires rakes. So I should set that up to be done. So she is strong, but not much else. Where is she? Helda. I think she just spawned in. Is that you? Hedda? Alright, so what are you good for? Working. Okay. Do you have any... No proficiencies, no skill levels. That's fine. We can make her a carpenter slash woodworker slash metalworker. Add her to the metalworking or craft station. No, not that. Here we go. Assign you here, and we'll assign you to live in the cottage. That'll keep us going. And then you need to be assigned a bed. No empty beds, huh? Alright. Oops, not what I wanted to do. This'll work. And then I'm just gonna go to sleep. Let my health restore for a minute. Alright, we're no longer hearing the heartbeat, so that works for me. Now, the big thing here. God, every time. Why do I do that to myself? These two are decent farmers. Expertise in construction, obviously, from what they've been doing. He's better as a... So let's do this. Could they both be? They could both be. Alright. So first we need to build a couple of farm plots. Make these there. And this one, we'll start with 2 and work from, or start with 3 and work from there. Come on. And that's gonna screw me up right there. So I'm gonna place this one like this. And yeah, they're gonna need a rake. Supply all the ropes we can and get more made. Yes, I know you need a rake. And we need to build those. So we need more fiber. The bane of my existence right now is the lack of fiber in my diet. Yeah, you're getting thirsty. We'll do that. At least bark isn't as important at the moment. Alright. So that gives us 8 fibers, so that'll be 16 ropes. No. 8 ropes. I'm just bad at math. Always have been. Which is hilarious because I'm actually decent at math. I just suck at doing mental math. That should be enough sticks. If we need to grab more, we'll grab more. We just need to come down here and plop these into place. There we go. Of course, the actual builder was giving us those. Now, summer beetroot? No. We want flax on this one. That should be more. Yeah, that'll be well more than enough. This group, give me onion. Oh, so we actually have to set up everything for this. So Q, summer. What is available? Okay, so once fall hits, autumn, winter. Can do flax in winter easily, but also beetroot. And then comes spring with this one. Yeah, fill it back up with onion. Do alternating crops. Summer. Autumn. Let's just keep the one field at all times. Okay, I don't have to save in between each of these, do I? There we go. And then with the third field, I should have made this the flax one, because it's the smaller field. It's not like we need a whole lot the entire time. So we need to get this man a rake as well. So back over here to the... Oh, how does it get so dark? Alright, so this one we'll do cabbage and carrot. This season, carrot, cabbage. Winter. What else is available in winter? Just beetroot, huh? So we'll do that. Onion in spring. Actually, onion and garlic? Okay. Oh yeah, so it offsets onion, garlic. Alright, we gotta fight. That's gonna be fun. They're coming from this way. Who do we gotta deal with? Where? I would have thought they'd be here by now. But you never know. There they are. Skeletons. I'm not a fan. And they're already... Okay. That warehouse. No. I don't have a decent weapon yet. Oh. Great. Just keep sending more in. Yeah. Alright. That's that. You've done enough. Oh, really? Alright. This is gonna be a problem. He's back to destroying that. Alright, can I find something that's a decent weapon first? Yay. Okay. What's under attack? Besides this guy. Was that it? Nope. Oh, there's a Draugr and another skeleton. Oh, this is gonna be a royal pain. But I suppose we've already lost the warehouse. That's more or less fine. There. We got that. Make our way up here and try to... Oh. I keep forgetting to watch my stamina in these fights. There. Tell me that's the end. Please. It's not. Alright. Well, that's fine. We'll deal with everything as they come. Where? I don't see anything else. I hear it. Pick up the rest of my tools. What little armor I actually have. Is anything else even damaged? No. So they're somewhere, but maybe they're getting stuck on stuff. Where? Come on. I hear it. It's another Draugr. Come on. Okay. Just gotta stay out of his range as much as I can. Fortunately, this large axe, while not technically a weapon, works well enough. Finally, there we go. That's the end of that. Well, let's see what this gives us. Now, so far, the Draugr don't drop anything special. It's just stones. They can, to my understanding, drop extra weapons, like Draugr weapons that you then research. But either way, thank you for joining me here by the campfire. If you like the video, like it. If you have questions, comments, concerns, witty remarks, recommendations, and suggestions, let me know in the comments below. Subscribe if you want to, join the Discord if you want to, and as always, have a wonderful day.